last drive, the offense scores, gets them back in position to win. You go out, ask your defense to get you one stop.
Next last drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was disappointed in those last two drives, really, because whether we could have gotten a score or not on that very last one, just didn't play it very well. And I think we were tired. No question about that. But still, there were some things we just didn't understand the situation. Florida State's not trying to throw the bomb, and we had some calls where kids, just didn't get up in there and tighten up enough to keep them from getting that first down. But the other drive, they converted 3 critical third downs, and the scrambles where he bought time. One, he ran for it. One, he bought a little time and dumped one off. Those were huge plays because it could have come at a time where we had enough time maybe to get back down there. And I told the kids, it was some cutback runs, and then I thought that we did not get enough pressure on the quarterback without trying to, come with too much blitz stuff. And then the only other thing, we had our chances. They hit us in the face with a couple of balls we didn't catch. Had some chances for interceptions, balls laid on the ground, had a chance to recover some fumbles. So we had a chance, I think, to make a couple of layups, turn the ball over that could have helped us. But other than that, I was real pleased with the effort. It wasn't the smartest play at all times, but they played with a lot of effort, played tough.
How about the way the defense hung in there with the bad field position they were put in because of the turnovers?
Well, you got 5 turnovers in bad field position, and some of them different things, and that puts a lot of pressure on you too. But I guess a little bit mental, but it really got to be physical. Didn't have a lot of long possessions, and we didn't get ourselves off the field in those last 2 drives. I think it really wore us down. But a little bit better feeling than the last time we came out. I thought the last time we played very poorly, technique-wise, assignment-wise. Just did so many bad things against a great football team and got embarrassed. Tonight, I think we played a very good football team. Certainly doesn't, at this stage, not where Auburn was, but they're a really good football team. And I thought we played a lot better. Didn't necessarily play a lot smarter. We played a lot tougher, and we made some plays. And I guess we gave ourselves a chance to win the ball game. But those last 2 were disappointing because we could just come up with enough to get that ball turned around there during that next last drive. We'd have a chance to maybe go down and get some points.
What did all the sudden changes do scheme-wise, not being able to adjust on the sidelines? You guys were hopping up and coming back.
On what now?
When you guys, all the sudden changes your defense had to go through, you couldn't huddle them together, didn't look like to make any adjustments.
Well, that happens. Anytime you're back on the field real quick, if you got some adjustments or some corrections, or players made a mistake or something like that, they didn't really come at a time where we were changing very much or making that many adjustments. Early in the game, our offense was moving the ball. It was just a turnover killing our drives. But they were on the field. So we weren't playing that many plays. I think we played 26 plays first half, I don't know, something like that. That's not terrible,
Talk about Poya Manuel. He just seemed to make a couple of really big plays there and really hurt.
Yeah, he's a very mobile kid, and you kind of have to change your thinking when he comes on the field. There's a little more option. There's a little more quarterback lead draw, a little more quarterback sweep. There's some things that make you play some defenses where you want to make sure you're accountable for that, and some of them don't. They cut off on your pass rush. So he affects you in some ways other than just running the ball. But there were 2 little scrambles he had in that next to last drive where they got the touchdown. There were 2 scrambles he had. One, he bought a little time and dumped it off. It was critical, big time third down play. And the other one, he actually ran for it. But he's a really good player. He's young. They don't do a lot of things with him, but physically he can beat you with his feet. And he's got a strong arm, so you still got to defend the field vertically.
Coach Spurrier mentioned that this team's got a long way to go to be real good, despite the 9 wins this year. What do you think are some of the major things that have to happen for this team?
Yeah, I agree. Really proud of what we've accomplished this year, but whether we've just taken a step or turned a corner or whatever cliche you want to use, these kids played their hearts out this year. They won some big games, but then there were some other games where we were in some critical situations. We just didn't make some of these plays. Some of it's knowledge, some of it's discipline, some of it's maturity, some of it's toughness. I think the thing we got to do, we had a great offseason last year. We had a good recruiting year. We got to do the same things this year. And then some of the guys that are returning got to continue to grow up as football players and get better. And the thing I told them, in there while it was fresh on my mind, I wanted to tell them they're going to start studying the game a little bit more. This is a generation of kids that have watched a lot of football on TV. some of them don't know as much football as they think they know. They know how to spike the ball, and they know how to, some of the things these guys do on TV. They don't really know the game of football, and I think that's something we can improve on too.